Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to The Summer Hikaru Died, episode 5. So, yeah, last episode, or rather the last video was very long. I did not expect that. It just keeps getting longer and longer each time. But I think this time is gonna be shorter since I feel like I have less to say about last episode than I did about episode 3. Episode 3 was just, there was so much to say and think about. So this one, I don't think I'm gonna be like talking about every scene to the, like, with utmost detail. So, because I don't have many new uh, good, no, just many new insightful thoughts. So yeah, it seems like Atsan has the power to like hear supernatural creatures, but like, is it just sometimes someone will get that just because, or is it because she's related to someone we already know that is involved with this stuff? Maybe. Yeah, I think I have, more things to say about Tanaka, really, than anything else this time. Well, Tanaka and just, him being with the Supernatural and Elder Council. Let's see. Yeah, we had Hikaru and Yoshiki and Kaoru at the festival, and yeah, just I like that Hikaru is not just a distraction and just a place of comfort for just Yoshiki in this scene, but also for Kaoru. Let's see. Even if we wanted to reduce the ritual, only the men of the Indo family know how. So it probably is in Hikaru's memories, but like it's not in his interest to do that, so he wouldn't anyway. And the Elder Council is not telling current Hikaru because they're actually feeling guilty that all of it regarding to his father's responsibilities was now dropped on him. The folks of this land are responsible for keeping it locked up for good. Okay. At this rate, our whole village was in trouble. Yeah, because it's not just Nonuki-sama, it's just everything that resides in the mountain coming down. And then we have Tanaka coming in. And so he talks about the, yeah, I cannot believe you've been doing this for 300 years. So the glasses one says, outsiders might find that strange, but it's important to us. And then Tanaka gets the head, a different one. I did not notice the first time watching that it was a different head, and someone even says that. Is that someone else's head? Yeah. So there are multiple. That word of spirits. With her in your pocket, that filthy mountain is accessible. And then we see like a door with like a, or maybe it's not a door thing, it's just like a shrine gate being kind of like sealed. Yeah, so he asks about the ritual, and they don't say what it is, they just say what it's for. And then Tanaka starts thinking about the festival. And this is when he brings up, like, you know, there are other small communities in the area, other villages connected to this one. And they all have churches. Also, one of the three guys, I think it's the drunk one, says, like, oh, all of it used to be like a one big village. And he gets interrupted, and the mustache guy shuts him up. And it's not the first time that he tries to keep someone silent from spilling too much. So yeah, I'm interested in the lore about this. And then Tanaka starts like naming the villages. I merely found it strange. Kibugayama, Udekari, Ashidori. And those are the three in the map that are like surrounding this one. Yeah. Yeah, yet all Kubitachi has is this Nisayama shrine. Why? Yeah. And the glasses guy has a small reaction to that. What exactly are you worshipping here? Yeah, so they're both scared and they worship Nonoki-sama. And they want to keep it secret. But like, why keep it secret? And what are they hiding? So we get you know, making it pretty clear that they're referring to Hikaru. The thing on the mountain ain't connected to our village. Thing, you mean Nonoki-sama? And then, yeah, this the second time that pretty sure the mustache guy said, like, yo, shut up. So he wants to really keep this under wraps. We're gonna find out why. But yeah. They find Nonoki-sama very dangerous, but I'm guessing they've been worshipping it so that bad things don't happen to the village. Also, Hikaru makes contact with the barrier. The hamster really makes a big reaction to it, and I'm pretty sure that's how Tanaka realizes that's something really powerful touched it. Oh, not just touched, but damaged just by making contact with it. Okay, then I'm gonna okay, so just from this scene where Hikaru's like, oh, I look the same as, you know, Hikaru, but do I feel the same? And Yoshiki just goes like, no, not at all. Not at all. Nope. And we have Hikaru looking happy. And Yoshiki letting him know that. Because, well, Hikaru can't even tell what kind of expression he was doing. So I feel like that's, you know, it's very small, but I think it goes back to the scene in episode 3 when Yoshiki is like, I'm gonna teach you all kinds of things and you don't know anything. Okay, so we go back to Tanaka. He tries to touch the barrier, and for some reason, it makes him double over and fall to the ground. So I wonder if the barrier reacts to him as well, or if his body is reacting to, you know, the essence of Hikaru that was left there. Let's see. Yeah, so I have nothing more to say really about Yoshiki and Hikaru, but yeah, just I'm guessing he really had, like, knowing that Hikaru was already dead, he must have had his face just, looking dead, just imprinted on his mind. Every time he looked at current Hikaru, there was never any way that he was gonna confuse them. And I hope that Yoshiki is able to leave the village, go to a bigger city with Hikaru, so that, maybe not too many people will accept him openly, but at the very least, it won't be like the village, who, like, everyone would be talking bad about them, and, Yoshiki, like, would be able to clearly hear them, and at the very least, I'm sure Yoshiki would be better if people just ignored him and just let him live his life. You just do your own business and don't mess with mine, and he'd be happier. But, it's hard to say if this series is gonna have a hopeful ending like that one. Yeah, so we go back to Tanaka, and I thought, like, oh, if the barrier needs for him to lose an organ, surely it's all around the village. But nope. He doesn't say it, but he basically says, like, those barriers come at a price. So he would need an even bigger sacrifice from himself to do a barrier that surrounds the whole village, which is kind of crazy. Like, just the lengths that he's willing to go to exterminate these creatures. So definitely not out of a sense of, like, duty. This is definitely, like, some personal feelings. Like, he probably had, like, a really bad experience with one of these creatures before, and that made him go, like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of each last one of you, no matter what costs me. So, yeah, hopefully Tanaka has character development, but at the very least, I think he's gonna have interesting character writing. He even says, like, there is another method, like, at least, I'm assuming a less dangerous one to make barriers, but he hates the method that the company recommends. Now, I don't know why, but I'm guessing it goes to what he believes. And he's theorizing that Nonoki-sama has morphed into something else. So, yeah, Tanaka is fairly close to figuring things out. And lastly, we see Rie exorcising a supernatural creature, as we see, like, just quick flashes with what I'm guessing, like, when she exorcised the creature that was pretending to be her husband. And the post-credits is Hikaru's death. I find it really interesting, like, narratively, that the reason he got distracted and fell is because of a heterosexual impulse. So, like, he basically got punished for being straight. Like, surely, like, Hikaru could have been bisexual, but, like I said, like, we don't know until we get more. But he definitely cared a lot for Yoshiki to have him in his last thoughts. and it was so strong that it basically became part of new Hikaru's core essence. Okay. Okay, so let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, so this is Yu-chan? Okay. Oh no, it's Kaoru. Okay. Definitely horror vibes. Ah! Don't! Just get out of the bathroom. Yep. Yeah, just get out of there. Ah! That got me. Oh, hell no! I would also have the same reaction as hers. Either that or just completely freeze. Oh man. One more time. I wonder if Hikaru is gonna be open about the barrier he found last episode, and you know, they still haven't talked about how he killed the old lady in episode 1, Matsudo. So it's still not a full. Oh, that's the hair. You know. また出会えるならこの先は一瞬もう一瞬の隙も中すれば覚えていこう Like they're not fully sharing everything about each other just yet. They're still keeping secrets. And I mean, it's not just like both Hikaru is not saying it and Yoshiki is not asking. But that's gonna happen at some point. We're just not gonna see what happened right after Kaoru found a hair ghost. I love this gag. Yoshiki looks cute like that. Oh, it looks good. Oh no. Yeah, it's completely burnt. Yep. Oh, he was reminded of Hikaru's insights. Mm-hmm. Yo, the way he worded that. Wow. He's offering. Did Yoshiki say yes? That. Eh, I think it's just Hikaru specifically. That's fine. But I like that Yoshiki is actually open to doing it again. And the first experience didn't scare him off. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Hikaru's doing too much. Yoshiki's not prepared. Okay. I'm glad he stopped when Yoshiki told him to. Mm. He should have asked first. He does have a problem of being selfish and thinking more about himself. Hikaru does. Oh, so she actually explained it in detail. I think it is. Oh, mom doesn't believe her. Tanaka? Yep. Ooh, it's like a fish islands. His expression there was kind of creepy. I wonder if the mark in Tanaka's neck is from like a creature like Hikaru. Like the mark in Yosuke's wrist. Yo. That's so weird. Yeah, I think it is. Can we get Hikaru to do something about it? Okay. Nice. Interesting expression there from Yoshiki. Yeah. No, she liked the doll. I do it nice. Yeah, we know how Yoshiki sees himself. Yeah, he has to make sure that this thing doesn't stick to Yoshiki. Yeah, I figured. Oh, he said, I'm gonna protect you. 俺が守るから. I wish the subtitles actually said that. I prefer that. Okay, he's taking his time. Oh, yeah, again. Oh, don't. Mm, uh-oh. Hikaru's in the middle of eating that thing and Yoshiki got there as he was doing it. Whoa. No, no, I don't like that. It's putting his insecurities on display. All the people judging him and his family. Well, I like the green lighting. Oh no. Is the hair a ghost inside him? He's not looking good. Yeah, okay. Whoa, that was a cool visual. Whoa, it's there. Whoa. Don't worry about it, it's not your fault. Hmm. He was just that worried about Hikaru. He couldn't keep still. Hmm. Oh, he's gonna feel so bad about this. Oh no. Hmm. Oh? How would you know? You haven't gone to the city. Hmm. Okay.の瞬間に連絡が募ってしまった。 あよなら私となったらっていいからさよなら楽しんだとよだけどさのさかれなくなってもただただととれる一緒にドゥルルンドゥルルンドゥンドゥンドゥンドゥンドゥルルンドゥルルン Oh, another after credits. Oh. Ooh. What? What? What is? What? Yeah, I've had that bad feeling ever since we met him. Oh. Alright. What the hell is Tanaka singing? Okay, interesting after credits. Oh shit. No, now we don't see the bloodied bell move. So I'm like unsure if that's what he was referring to. Or if it's like a just a creature that would be that would react to the bloody bell, as we saw like a flash of red there. So whatever that is, it's gonna go and follow and find Hikaru. Oh, and every time, or rather every episode, I feel like Tanaka is just coming closer and closer to finding him. And like it's basically like a bomb. Like you just know it's gonna go off. Except that it doesn't have a timer. It's like it's just going tick 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 tick, but you cannot see how much time it's left before it blows up. That's what it feels like with the Tanaka subplot. Anyway. Yeah. This episode was pretty good. I don't know, like, you know. I wouldn't say it's like better than like 3. Definitely not. But I really liked some of the stuff here. Yeah, so we got Yoshiki thinking about how it felt to be inside Hikaru. So, well, Hikaru first has to ask, and then he's like, well, that's what I was thinking. And then Hikaru is like, do you want to do it again? And Yoshiki's like, okay, but, you know, I gotta take my time. And I actually like that. Like, despite what happened You know, like, there's definitely fear from Yoshiki due to just the very unknown and just the uncomfortable feeling that it gives at the start. Especially episode 2 when they first do it, and episode 3 when Hikaru loses control during their argument. So, like, I was a little surprised that Yoshiki was willing to do it again, but that goes to show how, despite what especially Rie said to him, and that really having a big negative factor in regards to, like, his guilt regarding this, you know, and, like, how he shouldn't feel like this, and therefore there's also, like, a big shame aspect to it as well. I'm really glad that he hasn't being like, oh, I'm never doing that again. After he started to see Hikaru in a new light at the end of episode 3, he's like, okay. It may feel gross at first, and there's like a big, like, I don't want people to associate the grossness of you for me as well. Yoshiki just cannot help himself. And, you know, it's just a part of him. Or it's basically just ingrained in him, you know? It's a just inherent part of who he is. That Yoshiki just wants to do it. And while it feels good, it is too much. You know, he's just not ready for what Hikaru wants to do. And I do like that right after, like, Yoshiki's like, okay, let's stop for now. The boundaries are drawn and respected. Now Hikaru didn't say, like, okay, then if we do it again next time, then I'll ask. But the way he reacts to it, at the very least, makes me hopeful that the next time Hikaru will think more about Yoshiki's comfort rather than his own pleasure. As that's definitely more important. That both of them should feel good. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that in the Tanaka scene after that, we did get the bell and him saying, like, I'll do this thing, do the searching. Yeah, I just, that completely slipped my mind. I like that. I forgot their friend's name, but, you know, let's call him Baldy. I like that he was just hanging out with them. And that they let him keep the doll so he could give it to a girl. Also, that moment with Baldy and Hikaru laughing because they imagined a just happy and, you know, reached enlightenment Yoshiki. That was so funny. But also like, oh my god, no, please don't. That's not that, like, even like just a regular happy Yoshiki would not be like that. We've seen him be happy. Or rather when you know when he laughed with original Hikaru. That was real enough. Yeah, then Hikaru goes to Yoshiki's house since he's told about the hair ghost. And he's just, you know, very protective. Minimally possessive. I was like, okay. Yeah, you know, these things are attracted to you, so you... What did he say? Can't really find a specific line. But he said they're bound to show up wherever humans live. In my house, of all places, that sucks. Yeah, they're attracted to you for some reason. 'Cause you're nice. And Yoshiki says, I don't get it. I'm not even nice. So yeah, from Hikaru's point of view, Yoshiki is a lot more than nice with how he treats him, despite Hikaru's failings at, you know, I was gonna say resisting his urges, but that's not quite right. Just controlling them. But yeah, Hikaru doesn't know that Yoshiki needs him as much as he does. Like, he probably has an idea, but it's very different than if he was able to actually see inside Yoshiki's head. The scene right after Yoshiki gets absorbed inside the bathtub, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that it's, you know, Yoshiki's just anxieties and fears about other people's opinions on him and his family. Like, I did not catch all of what the, you know, people were saying, but some of these are very pointed. Like, I knew that line about people saying he should cut his bangs bothered him because it does appear here. Not only that, but just him appearing as gloomy as well. Like, he does mention it, or rather it is mentioned at the, you know, early in the episode, with his friend being like, if you weren't like so gloomy or emo, then you would have basically no flaws. And well, Yoshiki was like, wow, thank you for the flattery. Now I'm like, oh, he was definitely being sarcastic. Because one of the lines here, yeah, that kid can't even carry on a conversation. That's, yeah, that definitely contributes to a big insecurity of his. Oh, also his height. And how literally and figuratively he's being crushed by expectations of other people, how he should be like. I really like the visuals for it, although they're definitely very effective at making you grossed out and uncomfortable. It looks kind of like, you know, like guts, or like how the inside of your brain looks like. And just like, you know, literally just walking in the village, he cannot escape the thoughts of these people just not being able to keep their rude opinions to themselves. You just have to push it on him. He's just being consumed by them and crushed. Then we get to the dream sequence, which I'm not entirely sure. I would guess that it's an actual like flashback, but it's hard to say like how much of it, outside of Yoshiki looking like his teenager self, would have been how it actually happened. But since we don't know how it actually went, it's hard to tell. But yeah, I was just like very quiet here because I was like, does the bird, those little Crowley, symbolize anything? Or is this just to show how, as much as Yoshiki feels so much guilt and pressure within himself, outwardly, it just comes out as him running away from responsibility and his own wrongdoings, which it parallels in what actually happens with Hikaru here in reality, since he was drowning him and hurting him, but this wasn't Yoshiki trying to, do something out of his own volition. It was because he couldn't, that wasn't him. Unless it was like in a subconscious level, like lashing out at Hikaru because he doesn't want to own up to something he actually did do. But it's like, it's not just Yoshiki's fault. It's both of their fault. But here in the present, both Hikaru and Yoshiki feel the guilt from Yoshiki hurting Hikaru, and Hikaru for not being able to protect Yoshiki better. And sure, it could have been prevented, but neither of them expected what actually happened. So I hope that Yoshiki doesn't really blame himself too much for this, but it is Yoshiki, so I would expect him to do it for at least some time. And just we do see him think like, what if that thing had actually attacked Mom or Kaoru? What then? And I felt like that train of thought was gonna go like, if that happened, then it would have been all on me, since it came for me. The moth to the light that is Yoshiki. But we do end up kind of in like a bit of a hopeful end when he lets Hikaru distract him and bring him to the conversation with everyone else, getting absorbed by something very mundane, like not arguing, but just debating about his height. So yeah, good episode. I'm worried about Tanaka getting closer and closer to Hikaru. So we'll see what's gonna happen next. If you enjoyed my reaction, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.